brief statement.
Yeah, first I'd like to start off saying congrats to the soccer team on their win today against Ole Miss, and want to wish them luck tomorrow. It's huge for the athletic program what soccer is doing right now. Regarding tonight's basketball game, really proud of the effort that our team showed on both ends of the floor to score 91 points, and you know, when we're still trying to figure out kind of who we are and what our identity is. And we had 21 turnovers. If we could have 10 of those back and get a shot on goal, maybe we score a little bit more. Defensively, I thought we were locked in. Probably only had 3 or 4 defensive, missed assignments, which is very few on an opening night. And I think the count on our passes was right around 254 when our goal is 200. It's the most passes that I've ever had a college team have. So really good ball movement. They shared the ball. They had fun. They competed. They played with energy. They played with effort. They played with enthusiasm. So I'll take any questions.
Hey,
Surprise, Bob.
Hey, Eric. Hey, I know you had to put out some bad news for the game about Connor and Reggie, and how good was it to see the team go out and respond with an effort like that when they were, I mean, we didn't think Connor would be here, but obviously thought Reggie would be here.
Yeah, I thought that the guys did a great job, with a limited roster, so to speak. I guess in the last 4 years, I've been kind of used to having a roster that's only got 7 or 8, because that's kind of what we've had for 4 straight years. But I looked up at one point, Isaiah Joe was at the power forward spot, and then towards the end of the game, his last segment in, he was playing point guard. So he went anywhere from the 1 to the 4. From a versatility standpoint, our guys have done a really good job of learning multiple positions, because I thought our half-court execution on baseline out, side out, half-court sets was really, really good. And I was worried about us being a little bit sloppy and 1 or 2 guys not being in the right spots offensively, but I thought every guy that checked in the game did a really good job of understanding spacing and our second and third options. It's kind of easy for a basketball team to know their first option, but then when the defense takes away option 1 and 2, how do you read and react to what the defense is giving you? And but yeah, I thought our guys did a good job, and there's a trust factor in the short amount of time, because we had players asking to come out with the belief or trust that they were going to go right back in. Sometimes guys don't want to tell a coaching staff that they need a blow because they're worried about how quick they're going to get back in, or are they forgotten. But we had 4 guys during different stretches of the game asked to come out real quick, and then we got them right back in and tried to reward them. And Adriel Bailey, first time ever since Ron Artest actually subbed himself back into a game. So I was a little bit shocked. I looked up and the guy walked down on the scores table without getting approval from the coaching staff. So I give him credit for taking it upon himself to sub himself in.
Coach, the preseason was a microcosm sometimes.
Hold on, Kim. And I don't agree with Connor. I'll go on record and say that I think Connor got a good case, and it's unfortunate. I'll leave it at that. Sorry, Kevin.
That's all right. The preseason was a little bit of a microcosm of last season with Isaiah Joe and Mason Jones, one guy being up, the other being down. How pleasing was it in the season opener to see both of those guys come out and contribute, not just scoring the ball, but in so many other ways?
Yeah, I thought that they both did a great job sharing the basketball. That behind closed doors, those 2 guys have been phenomenal playing together. Obviously, with the makeup of our team, we're going to need those guys on the floor a lot. They create mismatches because of their shooting, and you really have to give Mason a lot of credit. For his whole career, he's been a 3-2, a small forward / off guard. We're asking him to play power forward. It's no secret that that's what he played the whole game tonight, and he accepted that. We have a guard-laden team, a guard-laden roster, and we need him to play the power forward spot instead of, wondering, hey, I don't want to do that, but you know what? When he plays power forward spot, he's got his greatest mismatch, and you saw that tonight with a career high.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the career high 32 points from Mason Jones, but
First of all, he had 28 or 27, and he said, "Coach, I need 3 more for 30." So there was a lot of things that happened tonight that usually don't happen in college. You see that in the NBA, when a guy will say, "Hey, I need," but again, kudos to Mason for understanding in the flow of the game that he had 27 points. I thought only NBA players knew how many points they had during the course of a game.
you mentioned his name a lot in the offseason. What did he do in the offseason to prepare himself for the opener?
You know, I've talked about it before. We had so many guys in at 6 in the morning shooting before our 7 o'clock weightlifting sessions, and they were doing it on their own. Mason was one. The shot selection tonight, and everybody in the building that came tonight saw that Jalen Harris is a much more confident shooter, at least than he looked on film last year. And he's earned that. You know, he took one heat check shot that was well beyond 3 that we're fine with right now. And he's playing with great confidence. And if he can knock down shots, it really, really opens up the floor for him because of his great speed with the ball.
Coach, I wonder if you could expound on the effort on the defensive end and kind of what stood out to you there.
Yeah, defensively, the effort, like we understand who we are. We talk about it all the time. We're not big. We're not dominant in the paint. Defensively, I thought we were phenomenal going vertical, meaning straight up and down, making the defense inside the paint, interior, shoot over extended hands, not trying to block shots. Thought we did a good job taking some charges inside the painted area. But we're going to have to be a team that goes vertical and you know, make people shoot over extended hands, and we did that tonight. But the biggest thing is when the ball's loose, meaning rebounds, loose balls, we've got to run through the ball. And I thought we did a great job. I thought we were really aggressive going to loose balls. And we're gonna have to win those 50-50 balls based on our lack of size.
Yeah, Eric, how far in advance did you know Reggie was gonna be suspended? Could you give us any details on why he was suspended? And
No, I
how long
think
this might last?
you know, I think, Bob, we kind of, you know, we put out the statement. I'd like to just keep it at that. It's kind of irrelevant. He's you know, suspended indefinitely, and great kid, and we've had a lot of conversations with him, and we'll just leave it at that. Any other questions?
Can he still practice? Is he still gonna
Yeah,
practice?
he's practicing.
He was on the bench, wasn't he?
Yes, yep.
And then, obviously, without Reggie, you know, probably your best rebounder, maybe except for Connery, you got rebounded by almost 20. What do you think your rebounding effort, and just moving forward without Reggie for however many games it might be, how do you envision that working?
Yeah, I think we just gotta collectively rebound 1 through 5. I think that's really, really important that we understand that we're small and understand we gotta do it 1 through 5. And you know, we talked about it. If you can't grab a ball with 2 hands, slap it towards our rim and try to go chase it. We've done some drills to try to emphasize, you know, if you can't come down with it 2 hands, then just get it away from the rim. And you know, trying to outreact people because we're a little bit smaller. So that's what we're going to have to do. But I thought the effort tonight was great. We'll see how it is against North Texas.
You've got a little over a week for the early signing period starts. Talk about the momentum you've got going into that, and I would guess that putting forth the effort like this doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, per the NCAA, we can't, you know, talk about any recruits or anything, but you know, there's a date coming, and you know, the staff, the entire staff has made a lot of groundwork with a lot of you know, recruits, and whatever happens. We feel like you know, we were behind a little bit, obviously, when you, from a relationship standpoint with people. But again, I guess it's probably all I can go into, other than really proud of how hard everybody's worked to try to make up ground, and then you just see what happens.
Eric, thought that segment there in the second half where Adrio had that breakaway, and you ran out to the logo and were just going crazy. Talk about that.
You know, when we're winning, I like to have fun too. And, you know, I think that, you know, crowds kind of feed off all of us, you know, and so, probably, you know, if we play well again, I'll probably do it again. I'm kind of an emotional guy, so I apologize if I offended anybody.
Anything else for Coach? No. Actually, Isaiah had a career high 7 assists. What do you think his playmaking? Obviously, he's known for threes, but the playmaking, and then you guys, you know, you're gonna have to shoot a lot of threes. You shot 40% tonight. How good was that? You know, to see that first game.
Yeah, I thought, you know, obviously Rice came out and tried to zone us, and I thought we had good patience. You know, we wanted to try to bust the zone open with the 3 ball. I thought we really didn't have bad shot selection tonight. Mason took one that was maybe a little bit ill-advised at one point when he was kind of feeling it and was a little bit off balance. But, you know, early on, after spending a week or two with the team, I kind of felt like Isaiah could play some point guard because he's got good size. He can run pick and roll and see over defenders because of his length and size. He's a really smart player. He's got a great basketball IQ, and with the makeup of our team, I don't know how much he'll play that point, but we certainly want the ball in his hands and be a little bit more of a playmaker instead of just a spot-up shooter, and I think he's earned that right for sure.
Tom,
Eric, you mentioned the 21 turnovers. Was there any kind of common theme you saw from them?
No, I mean, some of them are unforced. It's kind of, I mean, it's been that way since I've been here. You know, that's just one of our areas that we're going to keep talking about. And I guess the garden gloves didn't help much because maybe we'll play in the next game against North Texas.
Anything else for Coach? All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.